It's William here, the Bangkok voice coach, and I'm going to look now at Amira Willighagen singing Nessun Dorma. Now, Nessun Dorma is probably the most famous aria in the world, and it comes from the opera Turandot by Puccini. Puccini died in 1923 without completing the opera, and this comes pretty near towards the end. It's in the third act, and it's famously sung by Calaf, the tenor. So this already poses a little question, and that is it okay for a soprano to sing a Puccini aria for a tenor? And here we go into Nessun Dorma.
Nessun Dorma.
So it is down a semitone. This should be in G major, but this is G flat. Beautiful voice, beautiful turn on the voice. There's a second verse where she's jumped in by accident. She should be singing Sulla tua bocca. It's an absolutely gorgeous voice, and as you all probably know, Amira has set up this foundation for playgrounds in South Africa. She really cares about these children, and she always has been like this since the young girl who won that talent competition in 2013. She has literally always had this social conscience, and this is what makes her want to sing and want to communicate. And it's so important when you are singing to have a reason for singing, not just about making a beautiful sound or getting lots of attention. In fact, I always feel with Amira that she's not really thinking about herself when she sings. She's always thinking about the music. So just as an observation there, she's singing on the mic with the backing track, and it's phasing a little bit. She's probably holding it a bit close to her mouth because she's got such a big voice when she goes up high. It's going a little bit echoey, and you can hear it bouncing back. She's also singing it down a semitone, and I think she should sing it down a semitone, and that is because those high A's repeated on the voice are just a bit too high and a little bit unpleasant to listen to for a soprano. It just makes it a little bit more mellow. It's nothing to do with being able to reach those notes. It's sort of more to do with making a beautiful sound. She jumped into the second verse words by accident, but listen, a lot of people have done that. So did Jonas Kaufmann famously at La Scala. But what's clever is she was able to correct herself, because the end of the second verse is not the same as the end of the first verse. So let's go on. It's probably still a bit close here, the mic. You can hear the phasing there. I'm not quite sure why that's happening. It's maybe the room coming back onto her mic, but possibly just too much reverb. That's what I mean about those repeated notes. Slightly back there. It should be a rolled Italian R. And that's a really good, strong B flat 5. So much reverb at the end. But it's interesting, isn't it, that she sings that R, which is not an Italian forward rolled R. It's more of a guttural French or perhaps a Dutch R. I'm surprised about that, and that makes me want to go look back and see if she always did that. This is really interesting for me to watch because next year I've been asked to write a show, direct it, and play the part of Puccini at the Wexford Opera Festival. This is to commemorate 100 years since the death of Puccini. And I really want to end the show with this aria. But I don't just want the tenor to sing it. I want the other characters to also sing it. And what I'm wondering is, will people disapprove? And there is this world of opera which is very strict, very traditional, and like things to be done just properly the way they were always done. And if Nessun Dorma was written for a tenor, it should be sung by a tenor. But I don't really agree. I think that it's important to breathe fresh life into this music, to reach a big audience, to tell the story and not be too precious, because let's face it, I think Puccini 100 years later would be so thrilled that people are still performing his music, that his tunes, that his arias, that his melodies, that his compositions are still shared around the world on a daily basis. I mean, isn't that a most wonderful legacy? Many composers don't expect their music to live much longer than they do. It's just a fear that they have that once they're gone, there'll be nobody there to keep their music alive. So let's keep this great music alive. And also, congratulations to Amira for her wonderful playgrounds in townships of South Africa. This incredibly important, generous initiative by this young lady who is so talented and so caring. It's William here, the Bangkok Voice Coach. Thanks for watching. See you soon.